What's good, YouTube? Lord Shift back at it again with another banger video. And as you can tell by the title below, we're going to be talking about the pros and the cons of the Dodge Charger RT. So if you guys are in the market for this car, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned to the end of the video, and let's get straight to the video, y'all. So before we get to the points, you already know I got to show y'all how she looking today. Got the Hellcat wheels. Still looking good. Yeah, let's get straight to it, y'all. All right, y'all, so we're going to start off with the pros of this car. So for pro number one, we got the engine. It's a 5.7 liter naturally aspirated V8. Carries 375 horsepower, 400 pounds of torque. So it's pretty fast for me. It's good for the street, and you're faster than your average car on the road. And it can also sound good. And I'm going to give you guys a little clip of what a 5.7 liter V8 sounds like. All right, guys, so for pro number two, we got the space in this car. So it is a sedan. It's a family sedan. You could take your family on little road trips if you wanted to in this car. You got the space to do it. You got 3 seats in the back seat, unlike the Challengers where you only have 2. So the space is definitely there with this car. So that's pro number two. All right, y'all, now moving on to pro number three, we got remote start. So on the key fob, if you hit this button twice right here, it starts your car up for you. And you can have the AC running as well if it's too hot or cold outside. So that's one of the major things that I was excited for when I first got the car, or when I was in the market for it. Pro number three, we got the remote start. So moving on to pro number four. All right, y'all, for pro number four, we got trunk space. So as you can see, I got my tool bag, another book bag, a speaker, my cleaning supplies, and some wires and stuff, and then slides. And we have room for like another 2 to 3 more book bags back here. So trunk space is definitely there when it comes to this car. So if you ever have to grab groceries or something like that, this car is definitely the one. Tell your mom to stay home. You take your little Charger and go grab the groceries. You got hella space for it. So that's one of the main things. So that's pro number four. And let's move on to 5. All right, y'all. So for pro number 5 is the paddle shifters. So that's one of the main things I liked about this car as well. You can control the car better with them. You can slap it in the manual and use these whenever you like to. So I think that's one of the major things about this car that I like. I ain't gonna go too much into detail on how to use them or what they're for and stuff. If you guys want to know that, check out my last video. My last 2 videos, I got my video out on how to use these already. So we got the 5 pros. Now we're gonna move on to honorable mention, and that is the body style of this car. It was definitely a plus getting the SRT body style. You got the hood scoop, we got the SRT front end, we got the SRT rear bumper, and the whole SRT look. So it doesn't look like your average RT or a V6 trim RT. It looks like a Hellcat, more like a Scat Pack. That was definitely a plus. And we're going to give us the body style for the honorable mention. All right, so we knocked the 5 pros out the way. Now we're going to move on to the cons. So moving on to the cons, what I dislike about this car, what I don't like about the car at all. So for con number 1, we got the tire size. So the car came stock with 245/45s in the rear and in the front as well. The fronts were cool, so I kept those, but the backs had to get changed out. Since it is a V8, it gives off a decent amount of power. You spin a lot off of turns with 245s. So definitely I recommend getting wider tires as like one of the first mods you do to the car. So I switched over to 285/40s, and as you can see, it's a lot wider compared to the 245s that were like that skinny. For this car, definitely I recommend getting 285s, upgrading your tire size, because the 245s are not it. For con number 2, we got the differential. RTs come with 2.62 differentials. So if you're looking forward to spinning this car at all, like spinning an RT, doing donuts and stuff like that, it could spin, don't get me wrong, but only one wheel spins and the other one doesn't, due to the stock differential that this car comes with. I'm not sure why it doesn't come with a 3.09 like Scats and Hellcats. That's one of the things that I hated the most about this car. So the 3.09 differentials do spin both wheels. It spins a lot better, and it's better for donuts and things of that nature. So I don't really do them like that because of the differential that this comes with. The 2.62 only spins one wheel and the other one doesn't. So it's one of the things that I hate the most about this car. For con number 3, it's the weight. So this car is about 4,500 pounds, which is heavy as hell. So when you're racing people, slower cars that got like about 320 horsepower, and they beat you, this is literally the reason why, is how heavy this boat is. It's like one of the heaviest cars ever. Still feels pretty fast, but it's very heavy. So if you're looking to race a 320 horsepower car and you lose, that's one of the reasons, to be honest. The weight is definitely, that comes into play when you're racing and all that. It's a heavy ass car. So for con number 3, we have the headlights. I have a 2019 Dodge Charger RT, and the headlights do not come with LED bulbs for some reason. It comes with like older, like your older factory yellowish looking bulbs. I don't mind it like that because I feel as though that looks better with this color car. But if you guys have like a red and any other color car besides a gray, I feel as though you definitely need to change that out to LED bulbs. And that really sucks. So that's a con as well. Now moving on to con number 4. For con number 4, we got gas on this car. Coming from a V6 or 4-cylinder to a V8, 5.7 liter, gas is going to be a problem. Not necessarily a problem, but it's going to be annoying because you're going to be at the gas pump every 2 to 3 days, and it sucks. If you're looking forward to buying one of these cars, that's going to be another problem to worry about, is the gas. So gas does kill pockets. I'm not going to lie. For con number 5, we got the wheel gap. So I am on SR lowering springs, SR Performance. But before I got on those lowering springs, the gap was about like 2 to 3 inches, and it sucked. It looked crazy. It's bad. So that's one of the main things I hated about this car as well, is that wheel gap, and I had to lower it immediately. So definitely had to lower it, get on them springs, and it looks 10 times better. It sits good, ride height's perfect for me, and yeah, we don't like those wheel gaps. And that concludes the video about the pros and the cons about my Dodge Charger RT. So make sure you guys smack that like button, subscribe, and comment if you have any more questions about it. Thank you guys for tuning in to the end, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See y'all.